Scorpio, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to dive right in and get your current energy. What do you need to focus on? And your past? And your strength? Your near future? What else do you need to know? What else is influencing this? Your hopes or fears? And your potential outcome? So Scorpio, this reading is available on TikTok at Tarot with Michelle and on YouTube and Rumble, Tarot and Astrology with Michelle. This reading also has an extended, link is going to be below. So looking here, bottom of the deck, I'm getting the Two of Wands. I'm really focused on the world that is in the hand of this person. And so that Two of Wands is seeing opportunity and potential off in the distance without anything blocking your vision. But it's really about holding the world. It feels like there's a lot of opportunity opening up. Like the world is at your fingertips. Whatever you want to set your mind to, you're going to be able to accomplish. So showing up here in your current energy, I'm getting the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is the fulfillment of your goals and dreams. And it's being influenced here by the Three of Pentacles. Now that Three of Pentacles, it's teamwork, it's collaboration. It's building something here with another person. So whatever that you're setting your mind to, it looks like you're very driven and focused on making that work. And what the universe wants you to focus on here with the Page of Pentacles is planning for success, building out the plan, whatever strategy you want to implement. It's really planning for the future, taking in a lot of information. Showing up here in the past, I'm getting the Ten of Cups. Now the Ten of Cups is long-term emotional fulfillment. It's a card of family. It's a card of marriage. It's lots and lots of happiness showing up here. So whatever is taking place for you, you're really driven and motivated. And it feels like it's coming from a place of balance and happiness and just wanting to create security for yourself with that Page of Pentacles energy. And in fact, here as well. So showing up in your strength is the Knight of Pentacles. Whatever your plans are for the future, you're coming at it from a very kind of methodical, strategic, this is what I want. This is how I get there. Here's maybe several different ways in order to achieve the success that I want, because that's ultimately what you're building. And it's not isolated. You're doing this with another person. So it's about taking the person's input as well. And so building something here, it's just going to take some time. I do have the Five of Pentacles showing up here in the near future. So the Five of Pentacles is letting go of something. I'm actually not getting a lot of energy around that at all. But that Five of Pentacles energy feels like it's connected to the new moon that we have this week in your sign. So whatever is coming to the surface, whatever you feel like I'm ready to release, let it go. That's the Five of Pentacles coming through. Showing up here in the near future, I'm getting the Death card with the Ace of Cups. Now that Death card is your card coming through. So endings and new beginnings. But the new beginning connected to this is the Ace of Cups, and that is coming from the heart. It's meant to lead to happiness, a lot of emotional alignment, a lot of emotional fulfillment. Showing up here in your hopes or fears, I'm getting the Five of Swords. So wanting to resolve some sort of conflict, change in the situation and the circumstances. There's something about you don't need to be right. You don't need to prove you're right. You just need to be able to move forward. We'll see what else comes up when I clarify. And then showing up here in your potential outcome, I'm getting the Ten of Pentacles. Now that Ten of Pentacles, it's another marriage card. So we have one at the end, or the kind of past energy, and then we've got the outcome energy. That Ten of Pentacles is really building a solid foundation, building a life here with another person. It's something that can be grown over time. So let's dive in and get more information. Tell me about that Nine of Cups with the Three of Pentacles there, Queen of Pentacles. So coming at it from a very stable, grounded place. I'm getting a lot of stability here. I'm getting a lot of pentacles and a lot of emotion. So whatever's happening right now, it feels like you know exactly what you want to accomplish. It's that Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You can see things very clearly. And now it's about planning. How do I make that real? How do I bring that opportunity into my present? Tell me about that Page of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is stress, fear, anxiety. There may be some sort of fear around the unknown, but the best way to approach that is to then build a plan. When you think about everything and you plan for contingencies, like what happens if this, what happens in that scenario. So when you start planning for those kind of most likely scenarios, you're not going to be able to plan for all of them. But when you start thinking about it from the most likely to happen standpoint, you can cover probably about 80% of them. And so it's coming up with some sort of strategy or plan, gathering information, figuring out. That alone will alleviate the stress and the fear that you experience, because you're not going to be able to plan for everything, but the majority, what would be the most impactful, that you can do. So it's coming up with those kind of backup plans. Tell me about the 10 of Cups. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is putting down all of the burdens and the responsibilities. So if you've been carrying a lot of weight around with you, this is letting go. Opening yourself up, freeing yourself of old responsibilities, old chapters, cycles, all of it, so that you can fully align with what you want to accomplish, align with this 10 of Pentacles energy, this long-term success and stability. The 10 of Wands would actually really slow this down. So I feel like all the work that you're doing to let go of this, it's already showing up here in the past, and it's about not picking up those responsibilities again in the future. Part of that is going to be you planning for success and the way that you're approaching all of this. When you plan everything out and you have these kind of big ideas, multiple ways to achieve that same level of success, that's when you alleviate the 10 of Wands, because then as you're moving down the path here with the Knight of Pentacles, if excuse me, if something shows up on the way, you either have a plan or you navigate it at the time. You're not continuously picking up more and more as you go down this path. I feel like you did that in the past. I don't know if I'm articulating this clearly, but in the past may not have had a plan, or may not have been fully thought through with all of those kind of backup plans in place. And so as you were going down the path in the past, you found yourself picking up more, and it was because you were still trying to work towards a goal, but now it was really slowing you down. It was holding you back, preventing you from achieving the level of success that you wanted. And so the recognition is here in the past. And so it's about letting go of that, planning for things to maybe not go exactly the way that you plan, having those backup plans in place. It's going to alleviate that stress that you had in the past. It's going to prevent you from feeling like, okay, this is going to happen again. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups is moving away from anything here that doesn't serve you. So as you're planning for the future, it's letting go of that 9 of Swords. It's letting go of the 10 of Wands, saying, even if I move down this path and things don't go exactly the way that I want, I know that I'm not picking up all of these burdens and responsibilities again. I'm not going to carry that additional weight around with me. Tell me about the 5 of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. So the 7 of Wands, letting go of resistance. If you, in the past, because of that 10 of Wands energy, face a lot of uphill battles, trying to just achieve some sort of goal, what you're doing is you're letting go of the old. There's something that is transforming within you. It's already in progress. This is not new information, but it feels like what you are releasing is the old way of thinking, including the old fears that the way that things happened in the past, no matter what I do, it's going to happen again in the future. You're letting go of that mindset, that resistance energy, because it is going to hold you back if you hold on to it. When you sit there and say, you know what, I got to be open to whatever happens, things are going to show up and I just need to be prepared. Even if I'm not prepared for everything, I'm prepared enough to be able to navigate all of this. And so with that, you're letting go of that resistance energy. And I do feel like that's going to happen for you around the new moon in your sign. So let's get your card here, that Death card. 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands, I'm getting clarity with this because it can be a card of communication. And so the endings and new beginnings, the new beginning here, when you release the resistance, you're free to go after what you want. You're not going to be held back at all. There's going to be this kind of quick energy that comes in that allows for progress to be made, allows for you to be able to move forward without all of these wands carrying you or weighing you down, without any kind of resistance, your own internal battle that holds you back. You're letting go of all of it, not willing to pick it up again. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. The Moon. So all about your emotions, coming from your emotions. It's also your intuition. I love this energy. And so the Ace of Cups here with the moon, it does feel like it's a new beginning. It's coming from the heart. You're trusting yourself. You're trusting, it feels like a leap of faith. You're trusting that this new beginning is not going to be a repeat of the past. And I don't feel like it's going to be. I feel like here with the world in your hand, you already recognize that the potential that you're seeing is very different than the past. And so you're not going to repeat anything here. Tell me about that Five of Swords. Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, it's resolving an internal conflict. You want to find that kind of peace and alignment, that head and heart aligned, because right now they're not completely. Emotionally, you're ready for the new beginning. You can see the potential. You want to move down that path. Mentally, you've got the Nine of Swords. You've got all these burdens that you're carrying around. You're trying to let go of all of this. You're trying to release the resistance. And so that's your mind. And it feels like you're trying to get the alignment that you need in order to fully embrace this 10 of Pentacles here in the outcome energy. So tell me about that 10 of Pentacles, that long-term success, stability, legacy energy. Ace of Cups. There's the new beginning showing up here. And so when you let go of the resistance and any fear and anxiety that you have around the future and how it's going to unfold, you really do open yourself up to a lot of happiness here and a lot of stability. It's a Three of Pentacles, a 10 of Pentacles. Whomever this person is that's with you feels like they're assisting you in the process. I'm not picking up a ton of their energy, but I do feel like because of this other person, you're more inspired and motivated to do the action, to do what you need to do in order to let go of the fear, let go of the resistance towards this new beginning, because you want this to work. You really do. You want this, whatever this relationship represents for you. Could be romance, because that is a card of marriage. We have another card of marriage in the past. Take it as it resonates. But I do get the sense that you're doing it a lot for you, but also because you really want this to work. So Scorpio, this is the end of the general reading. I'm going to take this into the extended. We're going to dive into any kind of hidden truth. So what you need to know that did not come out in the general reading. Also, any kind of messages from your higher self or spirit guides. What you need to do in order to stay on course with all of this, and then how it's going to play out over the next month. So if you're interested, link is down below. Otherwise, I will see you soon. Take care.